Welcome to Exhibitor Lounge, sponsored by ExhibitEdge.com. I'm your host and your trade show mixologist, Michael Gray. Here each week you receive simple, practical, and proven tips to improve your trade show marketing strategy and get better results while maximizing your budget. Okay, the exhibit design process can be broken down into 5 basic components. They are 1, discovery and information, 2, the design phase, 3, approvals and signature, 4, detailing, and then 5, the actual fabrication. Now, it will take a full session on each topic to explain each component. So we will cover this over the next 5 weeks. Now, the first component, the discovery and information phase, is probably the most important part of the entire process. Now, the exhibit company will need to get as much information as possible to accurately transform your marketing goals and objectives into a visual presentation. Now, to accomplish this, you, as the exhibitor, can prepare yourself ahead of time to provide the display house with as much information as possible. Now, at Exhibit Edge, we provide a design parameter questionnaire. Now, this questionnaire covers 5 distinct areas of information. They are 1, the corporate mission statement, 2, the corporate marketing program, 3, the target audience, 4, exhibit requirements, and number 5, your exhibit fabrication budget. Now, the objective of the questionnaire is to understand your company and attract attention to your space by knowing your current marketing program. Now, we want to best represent the goals and objectives of your company. Now, we will use your corporate mission statement as a guide to determine the overall look and feel of your exhibit. For example, if your company is more service and people-oriented, we would tend towards warm finishes and a comfortable atmosphere. If your company is more high-tech, we would tend toward metal finishes and a sleek, polished environment. Now, for example, the Exhibit Edge mission statement is, we care, we serve, and challenge the ordinary to maximize our customers' vision and success. Now, there is a service component, but for the mission statement, we would lean towards a high-tech look to highlight new exhibit technology. All right, the next area is the marketing program itself. Now, what type of promotional campaigns do you use? Do you use television, commercials, brochures, radio, billboards, magazines, or internet? What could we incorporate into an exhibit? What are the key symbols and graphics that currently identify your company? What makes your company identifiable and memorable? What do you do better than your competition? Who are your competitors? What colors represent your company? Okay? All right, the third area, the target audience, is a great exercise. Who is your ideal customer? Now, this is the customer that drives your marketing. All right, at Exhibit Edge, our ideal customer is a client with about 10 to 25 shows per year, with a variety of different exhibits, ranging from 10 by 10 to 50 by 50. Of course, you will help all customers, but you want your exhibit capability and message to focus on the type of customer that best fits your model. All right, next are your exhibit requirements. If you can get this information narrowed down ahead of time, it will go a long way to identifying the functional requirements of your exhibit. Now, here is where you get specific in your needs. What is the largest size exhibit you need? How many different size booth spaces are in your show schedule? Are there any special requirements, such as a vehicle in your space? How many workstations? How much storage? What equipment will need to be displayed? What about reception areas, theaters, conference areas, games, and refreshments? Do you want motion in the exhibit? Do you want an overhead sign or specialty lighting? Motion and lights are a great way to catch people's attention. Right. Lastly, and very important, is to identify a budget. One of the biggest questions that will be crucial to a quality design is to know the budget up front. If you don't have a budget, then please provide a budget range. I know what you're thinking. If you give the salesperson your budget numbers, then they will use up the entire budget in their design. All right, well, look at it from the exhibit company's perspective. We don't want to show you something that is outside your budget. We want to put our best foot forward and design an exhibit that is in your price range. Now, we most likely will go to the top of the budget number you give us, and then we can remove elements if you need to bring the numbers down. Make sense? All right, it's important to understand what goes into the budget to know what you can expect. Now, we will cover that first next week as we look at the design of the exhibit. Hey, as always, please respond with your questions or comments and let others know about exhibitorlounge.com. Hey, we'll see you next week. Until then, I'm your host, Michael Gray, telling you, relax in the Exhibitor Lounge.